thankful to God. And after some time, my friend realized nobody's praising God for anything. So he gets to the mic and he says, we got a lot of complaints and petitions going on, but we don't have much to be praising God for. And someone in the congregation said, well, God better do something quick. Because I don't know what there is to be thankful for. And that is serious. We can let worry enter into our minds where it becomes the only thing we think about, and we become split from the one true thing we really own, which is today. Jesus says, consider the lilies of the field and the birds of the air. This is a passage that's a hard one, I admit. Because Jesus is saying, why are you worrying? And for all of us, we all have worries. And it's hard to sometimes have faith. And he says, consider the birds of the air. They neither sow or reap, but your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more valuable than them? Consider the lilies of the field. They neither labor nor spin, and yet your heavenly Father clothes them with raiment or clothing that not even King Solomon in all of his majestic splendor wore. Are you not more valuable than that? Now, for someone who's worrying, the last thing you're going to be doing is looking at birds and flowers. Since you're so split from your today because of worry, the last thing you're going to pay attention to are things as insignificant as birds and flowers. And what Jesus is doing for his disciples, what he's doing for all the people that are listening to him, is he's saying, you don't understand that your worries have blinded you to these messengers that are all around you. A flower is insignificant. It's here today, gone tomorrow. But this flower is beautiful not because of its beautiful clothing. It's beautiful because God can still speak to you through this flower. And that's what Jesus is doing. This bird of the air is insignificant. You don't pay attention to it until it does something to your clothes. But for the most part, you don't pay much attention to the bird in the air. Yet his eye is on the sparrow. He watches it, and God is faithful for this bird. Are you not much more valuable than they? Jesus shows the people that their worries have blinded them to the very teachings that birds and flowers can provide you. And the teaching is this, that God is with you, and that God is faithful. That though you have problems, fears, and legitimate reasons to worry, God will be there for you through it all. But you're worried. So the last thing you're going to see is birds and flowers. This may sound a bit hippie-ish. Right? Birds and flowers. The thing is this. When he says, are you not more valuable than they? He's talking about our capacity to worry. The fact that we're able to worry means we're complicated. It's because we're intelligent, more complex creations that we are able to worry. He talks about labor, spinning, reaping, sowing. All that has to do with labor, and labor is completely fueled by our ability to look ahead and plan. And one of the ways that we look ahead and not plan, but one of the things that worry is this ability to look into the future at potential problems that may be coming to you. The difference between worry and I was worried about this, and I did not do the smart thing, which was this. And there we go. All right. The difference between worry and faith is very small. It's very small. Worry uses the imagination to envision a future that you're not yet living in. Faith also uses the imagination to envision a future you are not yet living in. Worry makes you feel nervous. Faith, you're still going to feel nervous. If you are nervous, that does not mean you lack faith. It just means you're a human being. Worry is based on uncertainty. Faith needs uncertainty to be faith. If you're certain, it's not faith. If you know the end of the movie, It's not, that's a bad example. If you know the end of the outcome, it's not faith. There's the NBA playoffs, and they're really good playoffs. I mean, these teams are really playing. And if you're watching it and you don't know the outcome, you are filled with nervousness. And so you're hoping your team wins. And so it's hope and it's faith that your team will pull it out. But if you're watching a repeat of the game and you already know who won, that's not faith. That's not hope. That's just you knowing. That's certainty, right? Faith needs uncertainty. And so you may think, well, worry is nervous and worry is uncertain, while faith is certain and faith is not nervous. Not true. They're very small, the difference between them. It's a future orientated. It's looking outside to things you cannot control. Things you cannot control is the things of faith. It's issues of nervousness, uncertainty, future, imagination. But the difference is this. Worry will take you out of and split you from today. Faith is trust in God, who is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And so when you have worry, you are looking at all the things you cannot control, and you are letting all the problems of what you cannot control invade you and overwhelm you. What faith is looking at all the things you cannot control and trusting that God will take care of those things. What happens is that when you have faith, you are relating to God, whose love remains constant from yesterday, today, tomorrow. And in relating to God, you are able to put the things you cannot even control in God's hand. And what happens is that God allows you through faith to have an ability to return to the present. What you get back when you have faith is not the future. What you get back when you have faith is today. And you only are given the gift of today. That's the one thing you got. And when you don't live in today, you forfeit the one thing that you got. And what faith does is faith is not a magical thing that allows you to control tomorrow. Faith is not a magical thing that allows you to control people's hearts. Faith is not a magical thing that allows you to drive the steering wheel in God's car. Faith is actually leaving to God what you cannot control. And because you trust in God, you're allowed to return to today. And when you're allowed to return to today, you're able to see things as they are. And you are able then to see what you can control, like a water bottle and pieces of paper. And you can fix the thing you can control, even if I can't control this heat. When you have faith, it allows you to be intelligent. It allows you to plan properly. It allows you to prepare properly because you are aware of what you can control and what you cannot control. We all know the person who hits the elevator bell and it lights up and they're still hitting it. They look foolish, as we all look foolish when we do that. And one of the reasons is you did what you could do, which was hit that button. But if it lights up, you're done. You got to wait for it. And faith allows you to have the calmness and the peace and the wisdom to keep you from looking foolish so that when you do what you can control, you let it be. And you wait.